When Marcus and Alicia Johnson walked into Maplewood Elementary that morning, they only wanted to protect their son. Jamal, the 10-year-old, had come home in tears for weeks, saying his classmates mocked his skin color and that one teacher ignored him during class. When Marcus and Alicia scheduled a meeting with the principal, Mrs. Reynolds, they expected compassion and action. Instead, they were met with cold defensiveness. Sitting across the desk, Mrs. Reynolds crossed her arms as Alicia explained how Jamal was being bullied and called racial slurs on the playground. "I'm sure it's just kids being kids," Mrs. Reynolds said dismissively. Marcus clenched his jaw, trying to stay calm. This is not kids being kids. This is racism, and our son deserves to feel safe here." But instead of listening, Mrs. Reynolds grew angry. "You people are always exaggerating these things," she snapped. "If you keep causing trouble, I'll have to ask you to leave." Shocked, Alicia stood up, tears welling in her eyes. "We are not causing trouble. We are asking for help." But before they could say more, Mrs. Reynolds picked up the phone and called the police. Within minutes, 2 officers arrived and escorted Marcus and Alicia out of the building, in front of students and staff. Jamal, peering from the hallway, watched his parents being led out like criminals. The incident didn't stay quiet for long. Another parent recorded part of the scene on her phone and posted it online. Within hours, the video went viral. The internet exploded with outrage. Hashtags like #JusticeForJamal and #EndSchoolRacism trended across social media. The superintendent quickly launched an internal investigation. A week later, Mrs. Reynolds stood before the school board, pale and trembling. The district had found that she failed to report multiple incidents of discrimination and mishandled parent complaints. Facing intense pressure, she was suspended and later forced to resign. Meanwhile, Marcus and Alicia received a public apology from the district, and new diversity and anti-bullying programs were implemented at Maplewood. As Jamal returned to school, he held his parents' hands tightly. The same hallway where he once felt small now felt different, like change was finally possible. Marcus looked down at his son and smiled. "Remember, son," he said softly, "when you stand up for what's right, the truth always finds its way out." Mrs. Reynolds had learned that the hard way, and the entire town would never forget it.